Hey, what's up guys? Very exciting day today. So finally, after a very long wait, Apple has pushed out invites to their October event where they'll be announcing the new iPad Pro amongst other Apple devices. So let's do a quick recap what to expect at this event. And first off, let's take a look at that artwork. So Apple actually pushed out a bunch of new Apple logos styled in completely different styles. And I'm guessing that this was all drawn with the new iPad Pro with the new Apple Pencil 2, which is going to be even more capable, you know, the W2 chip pairing and whatnot. Apple's going to add some new features. So my take is that all of this artwork was designed using the new iPad, and Apple will rightfully claim that at the event. But in the past, in the artwork, Apple sometimes does hide some clues or whatnot. So leave your predictions, what you think it is, down below. I personally think it's just an example of what they drew with the new iPad, and they're showcasing it. Every single time you refresh the apple.com page, there's a new one. There's like dozens of these. I really like this one. Very cool artworks here. So if you want, just go check that out on apple.com. Now, obviously, the one everyone's waiting for is the 2018 iPad Pro. We still don't know what it might be called, the iPad Pro 10, which doesn't really make sense. The 2018 iPad Pro or just iPad Pro, maybe iPad Pro 2. Regardless, this thing is going to be an all new design, all screen, very thin bezels. It's going to have Face ID, no home button. It's going to be much faster with the Apple A12X, and this will probably be the biggest jump in terms of technological advancements on the iPad. I'm very excited for this device. It's going to look very similar to an iPhone 5 as we previewed earlier. It's going to have USB-C, and the smart connector is going to be relocated on the back. It's going to be a huge jump, and if you want to learn more about it, I'll leave a link down below in the description for my iPad Pro recap. And next up, the MacBooks. The MacBook Air is supposedly getting refreshed and replaced by a new MacBook. It'll still be on the cheaper end, but it'll have a Retina display, and aside from that, we really don't know much about it. So Apple will be announcing that, possibly an update to the existing MacBooks, and as far as the MacBooks go, that's going to be it. Next up, the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini is supposedly getting a refresh. It's been over 1,400 days since the last one, and there was talk about a Mac Mini Pro of some sort, maybe a little tube tower. So there might be a Mac Mini refresh, could be some iMac updates with a refreshed processor as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, alongside the iPad, we're going to be getting the Apple Pencil 2 with the new and updated pairing, possibly some new software tricks or whatnot, but an Apple Pencil 2 is rumored to go alongside with the new iPad. Also, as far as accessories go, AirPods 2, there's been a lot of talk about it. They went briefly out of stock in the UK store, went back into stock, but everybody freaked out that Apple was canceling them and replacing them with AirPods 2. We'll definitely see about that, but it's very unlikely Apple will be announcing AirPods 2 earlier than 2019. And some total wildcards are going to be the Mac Pro and the Mac display, or the Apple branded display. So that's the one you'd use with your Mac Mini or your MacBook Pro, or of course the new Mac Pro, which is coming in 2019. So Apple might give us like an update on these. I'm not saying that they're going to be released at this event, just that Apple might talk about them at the very end. And this is my guess, but I do believe that iOS 12.1 will be released at this event. There's a lot of code in it pertaining to the new iPad Pro and the USB-C and handling of external displays, so Apple definitely needs that firmware out before the release. It'll either come shortly before or after the event. That's just about it for the products at this event. I do want to mention and remind you guys that this event is being held in New York, so that means the timing is going to be a little bit different. Usually Apple has their events at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Now it's going to be 3 hours back since it's on the East Coast, and that means in the Pacific area over here, it's going to be 7 a.m. We do have to wake up 3 hours earlier than usual to watch this, so just reminding that it's going to be a different timing slightly. You can still watch it on apple.com from pretty much any device. Oh, and I do want to remind you guys that tonight the iPhone 10R pre-orders do begin, so if any of you guys were holding out for that, that happens tonight. Do not miss out. Honestly, I'm thinking they're going to be more popular than expected, and the shipping times might slip to a week to 2 weeks from now, so be vigilant about that tonight at 12 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's the new October event coming October 30th. Very excited. I'll keep you guys updated on any news before then.